This is what we refer to as the GAiT system. GAiIT stands for Generative Artificial Intelligence Inclusion Threshold. I know, it's pretty awesome, right? A lot of letters and whatnot, and people, education loves that stuff. Anyway, sorry. It's a rating system that is on all of our assignments, and it indicates where the limit is for you to use AI in your assignments. This way, you know where the fence is, you know where the limit is, and you don't accidentally blow past it because, well, you didn't really know and nobody talked about it, and there was no real instructions on how to use AI. Well, so let's introduce it to you, and here's how it breaks down. Level 5 is the highest AI no-no state. This is a level at which no AI is allowed. You might see a label like this on your assignments that really do want you to personally reflect on something internalize it and reflect it, so that it's like wet pottery, in the kiln. You have to forge it into its form before you can put it in the kiln, and reflection does that. It's the forming of what your thoughts, attitudes, and perceptions about a topic are, and you cannot have that done by AI. So in situations like that, say for example like discussions or any assignment that requires you to assess something from your own perspective, well, that's a GAiT level 5, and it means you cannot use any AI at all. Level 4 is minimal AI inclusion. So what would that look like? Well, you can include things like grammar checking. Grammarly is a perfect example of this. It helps clarify your written communications. And, let's face it, the assignments that you're going to be taking are not going to be graded on grammar necessarily. We're not this isn't a graduate degree in grammar. But what it does do is it helps hone your message. And the message is what you're paying the big bucks for. And that's what we are assessing your degree plans on. So AI level 4 or GAiT level 4 is where you are using tools that just polish the communication ends of things. They're not idea generating. You're not getting content from them. All they're doing is just helping you write more clearly. So that leaves us to GAiT level 3. So most classes will fall underneath this right here. This will likely include situations where you will cite things from AI, anything you use. So if you get ideas from AI, then you would cite it. And if you have a picture you generated from AI, you would cite it. We operate, and we'll talk more about this later, with something called bona fide. And this means that you're going to be using AI in good faith. That's what bona fide means, in good faith. So if you have AI do any of the cognitive heavy lifting that we would ordinarily have you do, you absolutely, without question, must cite it. Now, GAiT level 2, this is where AI really takes more of a collaborative role, where these will be included in assignments where the task to the students to produce professional grade media. So let's say, for example, you're in the process of producing a PowerPoint, or you're producing a presentation, but you really want it to look good and you want to put some really neat graphics in there, but you're not a graphic artist. Well, this is where AI would step in really well. So the point of the presentation is not how pretty it is. However, you do understand the importance and the influence of attractive projects. So you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. So you reach out and you have generative AI produce you some images and you put them in there. Fantastic. Make sure you cite it. So any point in time where you're asking the AI to generate content where it becomes a co-producer, it's almost like a co-author. So it's producing content for your project, you're producing content for the project, and it could be written, graphic, video, anything along those lines. You just got to make sure that you cite it. You can't, and I can't stress this enough, be claiming credit for the stuff that AI does. You got to make sure that you cite that. So finally, down here at level 1, ground floor, this is carte blanche. This is open everything. So in a GAiT level 1, the situation would be like this. Well, say for example, you want to have a training session about how to use AI to do research. Well, if we had an assignment like that, well, then we might make the assignment, give you the instructions, say, all right, you're going to go out to this AI, you're going to put in this prompt and you're going to analyze what happens. And then you're going to compare these two and check this one against that one. You see, the actual assignment is almost about the AI itself. So it becomes the primary objective of the entire assignment. So let's suppose we had something like we're going to have you compare Perplexity versus the fancy AI, Bing, and compare the differences between the two. Or let's say you were going to compare and contrast differences between writing styles. So you have this sample, and let's say in the assignment you say copy and paste this sample into ChatGPT and ask it to rewrite it in an academic format and then rewrite it in a casual format and then analyze the two. You see, in this case, the AI becomes the focus of the assignment. And in which case, that's, intentional. And that's what GAiT Level 1 is all about. All right, so you've seen all of the GAiT levels. You've seen kind of where the fence is now. So you have a bit of an idea about where the AI is structured, what it's supposed to do, when you are supposed to be the driver, and when the AI can drive with you. So, I guess now, the question we've all been waiting for is, are you worthy?